Now, you tell me what happened on that fateful day.
So basically, I was driving the main road to go and meet with my mum, and the way the road is, it's like a corner that has a junction, like right in the middle of the corner. And so as I came round the corner, I just seen brake lights, so I slammed on the brake, but then I just didn't brake hard enough or fast enough, and I went into the back of someone.
Were you injured?
No.
This is the text message which explains what happened. Got some bad news, sad face. This is you. I tell you what, I'll be her, you be you.
OK.
Got some bad news.
What have you done now?
I've kinda crashed the car into the back of someone. I can't resist this, madam. Please don't get too mad. Aha! Oh! That's wrecked. Will it be about £200 to tow it as well?
Georgia, is this a wind-up?
No. I didn't mean it. A car signalled really late, and so the next car had to brake hard. And then I tried to brake hard, but I didn't brake hard enough, and I went into the back of it. In other words, it's your fault straight away. I can tell it's your fault because you were too close to the vehicle in front. So there wasn't sufficient room for you to stop. The police came, and what they said to you is that they could have, if they wished. I have to tell you, I think it would have been unreasonable if they had done this, but they could so, if they wished, charge you with driving without due care and attention, which would have resulted in you losing your licence. You understand that, correct? Mm-hmm. Did they mention that to you at the scene?
Yeah.
Understood. Now, what I'm struggling with is that was August, we get to September, and then October. Mm-hmm. You're without a car. Why didn't you make an application to your insurer, or did you?
I think my dad did, but I think because Georgia was at fault and went into the back of someone else, they wouldn't pay out for that.
Well, that's what I'm getting at. That's why when I asked you that question, you were incorrect. I asked you whether she was fully comprehensively insured.
Right.
The answer to that is she cannot have been fully comprehensively insured. She can only have been covered by what's called third-party fire and theft. In other words, the insurer is perfectly prepared to pay for third-party damage, that's damage to all of the other cars who were in this incident, right? But that does not cover the cost of your vehicle when she's driving it. Do you understand?
Yep.
Now, you're left without a car, which you may or may not own. Let's have a look at the damage. Now, you're smiling, but when I saw this, I was a little bit shocked, because it seems to me that it could have been infinitely worse.
The airbag didn't go off either.
You're lucky to be alive. Mm-hmm. Right?
Yeah, correct.
Do you take responsibility for this? Do you feel like the accident was your fault?
Well, not really, because it was like round a corner, and it was actually the first car that signalled late and slammed on the brakes that then caused it, and by the time I got round the corner, like, I just saw the brake lights like, right in front of me.
Doesn't matter. You went into the back of someone.
Oh, good Lord. Sorry. I said that my lips moving.
Sorry.
That's right. Of course that's your fault. Bottom line is, as a driver, you're required to keep a safe distance from vehicles in front and to be going at a speed where you can always stop from hazards, other than in the rarest circumstances. And those circumstances are ones which you might not be able to predict, like an animal running out or something of that kind. Otherwise, your brother's right. It's your fault. It's your negligence. I should tell you that in those circumstances, the insurer has to investigate the matter. And they don't just pay up. Insurers are very tight indeed. They would have checked the circumstances, considered the statements, looked at what happened. They too, like me, would have come up with exactly the same conclusion. This is what your mum has to say about it. She went into the back of the car in front and completely ruined her brother's car. At first, I was worried about her being okay, but I was glad she wasn't hurt. I'm constantly warning her about that point in the road and saying to be careful, and she clearly has not been listening. Is Mum telling me porkies? No. Of course she's not. For more Judge Rinder cases, click here. And if you've got a legal issue yourself, get in touch with us by clicking over here.